Hello, friends. Welcome to AmarSantosh, Peace, Contentment, and Wisdoms. I wish the laughing Buddha comes into your life and brings peace and contentment. Friends, I have lost both my parents. I lost my mother 12 years back, and I lost my father 4 years back. After losing both my parents, I became depressed. When I lost my father after my mother, I really became depressed because both of them were very close to me. After my father's death, I started reading a lot of books on self-help, on motivation, on happiness, on peace, on success. And I also started watching content on the same themes: happiness, peace, contentment. After losing my mother and my father, two pieces from my heart have gone. And I just want to share my story with you of how do I perceive success, happiness, and contentment. I was born in a middle class family in India, and the first event which created a sort of a emotional peak, the first emotional peak event in my life occurred when I was 11 years of age. Both my parents, my mother and my father, they nourished me and my two kid sisters with warmth, love, kindness and discipline. My parents were Indian middle class government servants, and they nourished their kids effectively. So when I was 11 years of age, as a regular school day, I came back from school and I saw my mother in writhing pain. My mother had acquired diabetes at an early age, and she had undergone there was a wound which she had developed in her leg, and because of that she had to get her ankle cut because the wound had become very bad, and the doctor told it would lead to gangrene, and it got cut. And this happened while I was in my school. So as a regular school boy, when I came back, I saw my mother in writhing pain, and I saw my two younger sisters crying while my late father lay beside my mother, comforting her and comforting my two younger sisters, which were also, they were very small kids. That moment when I saw my mother in writhing pain was the most emotional peak event in my life. I wished God at that time to get the pain of my mother away and give it to me. Honestly, that was what a child's wish at that time was. Well, my mother got, in time, her wound healed, and slowly she got back to life. But her illness was there. She had the chronic illness of diabetes, which later led into further complications. When I was a small child, I used to pray. I used to pray to God for my mother. Whenever I used to go to the Indian temple, I used to always pray for my mother that please God. My mother was a very disciplined school teacher, and I used to tell, please God, get my mother well, make her well, don't let her suffer. And I will do anything for that. When I grew up, I grew like a man. I made a vow to myself. I made a vow to myself that I will try to be with my parents in their old age when they need me as much as I can. So my desire as a young boy, there were many desires. I wanted to, be good in life. I wanted to earn money. I wanted to make myself big. But one desire which always remained with me in my heart was to take care of my parents, especially my ailing mother. Life is a mystery. Life is really a mystery. When I came out of my engineering college, my dad suffered a heart attack. And I was there with him when he suffered the heart attack. So I got my dad at the right time to the hospital, and I was the witness to the bypass surgeries, 3 bypass surgeries which he underwent. It was like God was listening to me. Whenever my parents needed me, I was there. Then I went to United States of America after my engineering for a very good software job. And while I was there, my mother again went into a lot of health turmoil. I came back to India for my mother, and I spent her last 6 years, which she spent with a lot of illness, kidney failure, heart problems. She went on dialysis. Friends, when I look back, I'm now in my midlife. When I look back at life, many things in your life are triggered by your childhood. You have a very strong desire to do something. You want to earn money, you want to earn fame, you want to get big. My major desire, I had many desires. Some of them have been fulfilled. I have at least done good for myself in terms of, I've been able to earn my own bread. But I always made a point that I should be with my old parents when they need me. And this life is a mystery. Whenever my mother and my father were in distress, in their old age, when they needed me, I was there. When my father died just a year back, maybe a few months or a year back, my father told me something which exists in my soul, my heart, and in my mind. My father told me that, son, you should be proud of yourself, that the biggest asset which you have given to me and your mother is your time and attention. Yes, you have been supporting us financially. That's a big support. But to give time to your parents, to be with them and to take care of them with attention, with love. He told me that he considers himself a blessed father. So, dear friends, as I told you, I read a lot of books after my father went, after my mother, and then when my father went, I went into a different kind of depression. And I started reading spiritual books, motivational books, listening to content on this. And I have come to one conclusion based upon my life experience. And I also can relate my life experience with some other people who have who have sort of a similar life experience. And it all relates with their parents. From my eyes, I consider myself, if I evaluate myself from my eyes, from my mind, from my heart, from my soul, I am a successful human who has contentment in his heart, his mind, and his soul. Why? Because I was able to take care of my old parents, whom I loved so much. They nourished me with warmth, with kindness, with discipline. And when they needed me, I was with my mother in her illness years. I was with my father in his old age when he needed me most. And I have contentment in my heart, in my mind, and in my soul. Other people view me with respect to success and happiness. It is their point of view. Many do view me with the same emotion which I have just told you. Success, happiness, and contentment. These are I would say, three desires which human beings go for. Success will come to you, it will stay, it will go. And why not? People want to get successful. Happiness will come with you, it will go. Why not? You need to be happy. But friends, contentment stays with you. If you desire something from your childhood, and that desire is associated with a closed one, a loved one whom you care, that contentment, and you are able to achieve that desire, you get contentment. I remember my late mother and my late father daily. I have some beautiful memories of them, and I have also seen other human beings take care of their elderly parents with love, compassion, and wisdom. So if what I have come to a conclusion with respect to my experience, with respect to other human beings' experience, is that if your parents have nourished you with warmth, with kindness, with love, with affection, with discipline, given you the basic needs of life, basic education, shelter, food, and when your parents get old and unfortunately they need your help in their old age when they get sick, if you give them attention, if you give them time, and once they go, there is a different kind of contentment which comes with you. So I just wanted to share my story and give you a viewpoint about success, about happiness, about contentment. Contentment will always stay with you.